Yeah, Shino is definitely a keeper. It's not a ship that you would just automatically sell right off the bat. Alright, we'll do Chung Mu and check that one out. And then we'll open it up to peoples and see what they would like to do after that. Halcyon, did you want to jump into voice chat? I wanted to offer that to you too. I don't think we did that last time. You're welcome to come hang with me in the Discord. I'm in the Kraken one. Or I could just go on my own. No big deal. Alright, cool. Come on down. Oh, don't sell Shino just to get some credits. That's not helpful. Oh, sorry, SAT. I forgot you're not. You and GRE and all those guys just kind of confused the heck out of me. Let's see. Are you on another server, SAT? Are you on like the community server, the one that's run by Doomlock or whatever? Okay, so if you're there, I'm gonna drop into... Ah, I see it. Well, hello there.
Alright, hello.
How's it going?
I'm doing well, how are you?
Fine, thanks. Alright, thanks for volunteering to do a little bit of commentary.
Okay. So this one is the hotspot game. The other one was like a North game, which you got really bad luck.
Uh-huh, okay.
But yeah, this one's fine as well.
Alright. Hey, Brofisticus, how you doing, sir? So while we wait for the game to launch here, I see you've got XP flags, fire chance, consumable reload, speed, commander XP, and other fire chance. So pretty much what you would want in a destroyer, right?
Yeah, this one is set up more of a gun build. I have like main battery mod 3, BFT, DE, all that good stuff. I actually don't have anything invested into torpedo reload.
Oh, okay. And why not?
Torpedoes for me just aren't reliable enough, and I always wanted to try more of a gun-based Fletcher build, so that's why I put it on Chung Mu.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Doing my typical screenshots here. So, I mean, because you basically have a Fletcher, right? It's just Asian.
Yep, Asian Fletcher.
But I always call it.
I do like the Chung Mu because of her slightly higher top speed, so she's a bit more maneuverable.
Good point. Now, she can't run defensive fire, but that's not going to mean anything in this battle. So, looking at threat assessments, I mean, there's battleships you can farm. Minotaur could be a problem. Ibuki could be a problem. Maybe a Lo Yang?
Lo Yang, generally I don't consider him a problem, but good Lo Yangs will. Yugumo is gonna outspot me, but it's only like by 200 meters, I don't worry too much. So I'm really not too concerned at this battle.
Makes sense. Yeah, so Carbon Mudprint, I did definitely print up I printed off the wiki page, both of them, so I have them right here on a sheet of paper. But I've also played the
So
game enough
even
so
though
I
I'm a
know a lot of these.
Chungmu, I'd still play the objective, probably a little bit too much because Chungmu isn't quite as good as Fletcher just because her torpedoes cannot hit destroyers.
Yeah, she'll lose in that one-on-one engagement with most of them, assuming the torpedoes hit.
Mm-hmm. It is kind of a technical disadvantage, but I'm not too worried because I generally don't get hit by torpedoes. Generally.
Man, I
But
wish I
otherwise,
could say that about me.
yeah, here I go in a little bit too aggressively.
You think?
Well, to be fair, I didn't see anything. Oh, by the way, that's their entire team.
Yeah. I'm surprised there was only 2 people targeting you, based on how many up there's the radar.
Uh-huh. Yeah, one of those rare radar minotaurs.
Otherwise known as the Manotaur.
Mm-hmm. I knew that Yuguma was gonna hide in the autocap spot since that's generally where destroyers go to hide. I use it all the time in fan battles.
Right. Nice Natsu maneuver there.
Mm-hmm. It's the tactical Noster. You see, I saw these torpedoes coming ahead in advance, so I dodged it.
Well, the funny thing is you kind of drew them out to chase after you, and then your team just kind of took care of them.
If it works, it works. Yeah, I was just wondering how did the 2 destroyers die behind me because I was a bit more concerned about not getting shot at by Minotaur.
Sure. Well, now your smoke's coming back up, so you could, if you wanted to, sit and smoke and pew-pew the Ibuki too.
That is true, but I wanted to wait a little bit because I was fairly certain only I was spotting him.
Yeah, that's true, and just like the last game, and that means no more spotting. So I like how you're making sure he's spotted, but you're also making sure you're not spotted.
Mm-hmm. And at the very least, I was going to wait for torpedoes before before engaging in smoke.
Gotcha.
Alright, so I notice he fired, so that is when I get to engage him, because I know he's going to have the firing penalty for a little bit.
Right, because all the way out to his range and guns, anything that's there can spot him, so you're right. Now if he's got Hydro, he could push you.
Mm-hmm. I was worried about that.
But then your team is like, oh hey, broadside Ibuki. So keeping a smoke between you and him.
Mm-hmm. I think I was a little bit late on that one, because if he had Hydro, he probably would have spotted me by then.
Yep. And you're just about to get spotted by the Frederick.
I don't know how that happened.
Oh, looks like you barely missed getting that Freddy with that other torp.
Yeah, I guess the captain just woke up at the right time.
Yeah. Or maybe he turned on Hydro.
Ibuki should have spotted all 5 torps.
No, true. Nice thing about these Pan-Asian destroyers, so you can see he's got smoke available right away.
I do like it over the standard Fletcher and Gearing smoke since I can relocate a lot faster. Generally, you don't have to. Generally, it's better to have shorter smoke duration so you can move a little bit more.
Right, then you don't
As
camp
you
the
can tell,
smoke as much.
FDG is just running away now.
I'm curious, why weren't you using AP there to get into the superstructure?
I like to use HE a little bit more because I can light fires. AP tends to be a bit wonky because sometimes it just hits the deck and doesn't do anything. I think I was trying to set fires at that point.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I really dislike the US AP shells past like 7 or 8 kilometers just because of that.
Yeah, they lose an awful lot of their energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, I mean, their entire push to D was blunted, right? They've got... Looks like they managed to push through A, though. This Montana is probably going to get focused by all 3 ships.
Yeah, we had the cap advantage at this point, and I was still fairly healthy, so I wasn't worried about any destroyer. So ideally, I would go find the destroyers, destroy them, then go take whatever caps there are, and maybe get some free damage onto other ships.
Mm-hmm. Shimakaze is about to face torp the Alsace.
Yes. I'm not sure how that happened. But I guess that's a typical Shimakaze player.
And as thought, there goes the Montana.
So, not sure what Lo Yang was doing here, but since I spotted him at 6.4, I don't think he was very experienced.
Yeah. That's a good point, because you would expect him to have concealment expert at the least. Oh, good. Hindenburg did a nice job of coming back and taking out that Shima.
I haven't played too much with the diamond formation on Hotspot. As far as I can tell, it's still fairly similar, except now you don't have destroyers going into the B cap and getting shot at.
Yep. I was just going to comment a similar thing. One thing I noticed is that it seems like the spawns are very heavy on one side of the map still. And that kind of encourages lemming trains.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here comes the radar now. But his radar is down.
Yeah, he blew it a little bit earlier for some reason. And this is where I would go smoke up and try and shoot him, except some jerk called Yamato denied me a free farm.
Yeah, sorry, that's true. Regardless, they might still lemming. But, I mean, I like the fact that they have it set up now so that each team is automatically generating points. That means that there's fewer Mercy Roll 0-point games.
Mm-hmm.
Which, personally, I like, because I like to farm. It's still a close game, though.
Yeah. In terms of points, it was pretty easily in our favor, and I didn't have any doubt that we were going to lose. But I was surprised it was this close.
Yeah.
Like, their Alsace was going to die. The Yamato, I think, was not. I don't know. Yamato was too far, and this Republic was going to go down pretty quickly, anyways. So that's why I wasn't worried.
Yeah. So predicting him to turn out there and run, which would make sense, especially with that now with Mr. Darth Vader smoking up there, telling him there's a destroyer at that spot. Now you could also hit speed boost here and try to get in front of him.
I could, but he was at like 20k health, so I just decided against it.
Little cheeky gun action. Oh, your torps are too slow.
I should have brought torpedo acceleration. Should get rid of last stand for it.
You think so?
Hey, I didn't need to use last stand at that moment, but if I had torpedo acceleration, I would have gotten damage. So
Yeah.
it makes sense, right?
That is true. I often find torp acceleration can be a double-edged, you can... The drawback of losing that 20% range can really hurt sometimes.
Yeah, torpedo acceleration's only really good for 2 destroyers, I think. Let me think. Shimakaze 20-kilometer torpedoes and gearing torpedoes, but Shimakaze 20 kilometers is you probably should not be using in the first place.
No.
And no, I'm not serious on that. Taking torpedo acceleration over last stand.
Yeah, 7 minutes to go, and this is pretty much a win, right? Like, unless both your ships go and feed, even then.
Well, we could have Z-52 detonate, Yamato somehow detonate, and then I don't think I have anti-detonation flag, so I could detonate.
Yep.
But otherwise, that's pretty much the end of anything interesting in this replay.
Sounds good. And yeah, Saru, I mean, I used to run torp acceleration in my gearing as well, and then I took advantage of one of the free respecs to get rid of it, because I found that that extra range just helps too much with getting ships that you just had no idea you were even targeting.
Yeah. Like, how am I supposed to torp ships at 15, 16 kilometers if I don't have torpedo acceleration?
Right. Gotta get those battleships that are camping in the back, right? Yeah, and that respec is coming up for those of you guys who, well, depending on when this video actually gets released, it might be current. So keep an eye on the mission briefing to see what's going on. Oh, yep. You're not gonna get the cap, are you?
We'll see.
No, you got it. And you're like, must get in. Nice.
Yeah, this is the point where I should have just taken out my AFT captain so I can actually hit the Yamato while taking a cap.
Right. In before you respec again. Oh, my game froze again.
Is it a problem with the replay system nowadays?
Yeah, it does that. Even with no mods running, it'll just freeze at the end. Good times.
That's unfortunate. Yeah. I noticed the replay system getting a little bit worse because I tried to track shells in a couple of my previous replays, couldn't do it. Yeah, it just seems that the replays aren't quite as good nowadays.
Yeah. I think it's one of those things as you keep on, modifying the game, things just keep changing. There we go. Alright, SAT, well, hey, thanks for joining.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, no problem, and good luck in clan battles. I'm sure you guys are going to be playing tonight. It's the last night, isn't it?
It depends. We're about like 150 points up from OPG, so we're just on standby.
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't have to play today.
I know that feeling. Well, regardless, good luck, and thanks for the replays, and if you don't mind, I'm going to hop over, see what other replays we've got, and then, maybe we'll feature another one of yours later on down the road.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, guys.